So what's wrong with that? I was like, people were in thongs on.
Uh,
How you can't be in thongs, man, like in front of like 8-year-olds. I don't condone that shit for anybody, especially like in the black community where like black women like be naked in front of their fucking kids.
yeah.
Hey, I'm scanning the wall. Good
What are you weak
shit,
to?
huh?
You are weak to fire.
What did you think about the space that went well?
Personally, um, I feel like our points were just very concise. You know what I mean? I feel like the energy, the synergy went well too.
Hmm. You think I
What
did
about
a pretty
you?
good job controlling the space?
Oh yeah, that shit is your space. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when people are like, "You talk too much," you damn right I talk too much. Yep, mine. Not that you were talking too much, but people be like, "Oh, you don't let nobody speak." I don't have to. I mean, we have experience in doing it. You know what I mean?
Yo, can you hear me?
And now I can hear you.
Okay. What were you saying?
I said we have like experience doing a spacer. So like I said,
Yeah.
uh, I think give me the business.
Good boy.
Blackfish.
Down it goes.
Mm-mm. I actually didn't think I would like this as much as I am.
Or
Final Fantasy VII. I mean, given, like I said, I didn't, because I remember playing it as a kid and stuff, man, for a little bit, but I never actually finished the game in its entirety. You know.
I needed that.
well, probably because of Jack Legends of Dragoon.
Oh man, I put a lot of hours in the Legend.
What do you think about? How do you think it compares?
um, Legend of Dragoon's system is more simplistic than this one is by far. Um, it's just I guess it has its own little flair to it, with the interactive combat, you know. But that one is definitely Legend of Dragoon is definitely more simplistic for sure. Final Fantasy VII has more avenues on how you can, um, I guess, how you can kind of set your characters up and approach the combat. They both play pretty differently, man. You know, I think Legend of Dragoon is cooler, personally. You know, I think it has a cooler aesthetic, and the whole thing with the dragoons and stuff. it just looks cooler, feels
Yeah,
cooler.
it had a better art style than me.
Yeah,
But I always thought that Final Fantasy was always kind of like cheesy. Like I think I told you before. Like it wasn't in a cool way either. It was just I don't know. It just like you know how people like Harry Potter. It was like that
yeah.
kind of like it has that kind of flair to it.
Mm.
Like, you know, you just have to like it really. Where did it go?
Yeah. I've actually. It seemed like the story was easier to follow for Legend of Dragoon as well. You know, and not that the story is more difficult, but the story that they had for Legend of Dragoon was very like it was pretty straightforward. You know what I mean? There wasn't like a lot of like intricacies that were too hidden. Where like you couldn't piece it together. This one it kind of seems like they have like a lot of moving parts that you're not really they don't really tell you much about. You know what I mean? So I guess you're kind of like just unraveling like parts of the story as you go along. Legend of Dragoon, man, it pretty much it has like a pretty straightforward story, man. They like introduce you to the fact that the girl's getting kidnapped and you have to go save her, and they give you a little backstory like why the world is the way it is, and you know they give you like a mini goal where you have to go save somebody and all this stuff, and that's where like they kind of like set the tone for the rest of the game where you have to go find a couple of things,
Just what I thought.
and then they just kind of like break down like more history and stuff on how the world is, why it is the way it is, where the source of power comes from, and all this kind of stuff.
I might be able to climb up on the left side of the wall.
And
Need that waterfall.
and like I said, there are a couple like important items that you gotta find and stuff like that, man. And there are like some key enemies that you have to fight.
That's a hollow.
But I mean, it's pretty straightforward, man. It's not like too overly complicated. This one is definitely more like, you know, like you have this organization here, this organization here, this organization here. You got like four or five different organizations that are all doing like their own thing, and they're kind of like all politically intertwined, and you know what I mean?
Right. Hmm.
Now, better scan that tank again. Powerful. I'll bet if I blew it up. But how? Well, can't do anything else here. Better go find Katalo.
Boom, boom.
Here I come.
Hello.
Yeah, your internet was like chopping up. Why is it like bad today?
I don't know, man.
The guard said you've been scurrying around the wall like a
Well, I do
rat.
have that video playing in the background.
What in the name of the ten have you been up to?
Dakote said he
And I
wouldn't
guess I
send
could
his
turn it off.
challengers as long as they're safe behind the bulwark. Right?
Don't remind me.
So, we take it down.
I don't know what the last thing you heard me say was.
You're just saying that all these organizations, it's just too much
There's something from the old one
interest
stuck in there.
colliding
It has a
together.
power cell.
Yeah,
Blow it up if I just
yeah, they have a lot of
There's
different
the-
like,
the metal.
What you're saying is
moving
true.
parts.
Canada
A
could
lot
do
of
that.
different characters
You're right.
who are from different
And you said the rebels were
organizations or
stripping them off
different
machines
groups
back
and
in the
stuff like
valley.
that in different parts of the
Come
world.
on.
And they all have like different motivations, and like one guy's doing this and his ultimate goal is whatever, and this guy's chasing that guy, and you know these two guys are following this person and their group and their organization. But it's like stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's like all like politically like intertwined. you know
It's an unkind comparison.
Legend of Dragoon wasn't like that.
The rebels might have made camp northeast of here.
And then what?
I knew people that would love fucking Final Fantasy 7.
Pretty much, yeah.
It lacks sense.
Yeah, it seems like, to be honest with you, man, it seems like the characters
Bear,
in Legend of Dragoon had more
seen
distinct
pictures.
personalities, I guess is probably the best way to describe it. You know,
If we make it through this,
um,
perhaps I'll tell you.
like Barrett, for example, right? Like he has a lot of personality. He's very like not flamboyant. rambunctious. You know what I mean? He uses his hands a lot, and you know he's always kind of like a little untamed and a little bit wild and all that. You know, irritable, but he cares for his friends and stuff like that. You know what I mean? He's a caring person. Cloud is a little bit like he's quiet, obviously. You know, he doesn't really say a whole lot. He's pretty like direct, straight to the point. You know, and he's like inquisitive and he's curious. Like he asks a lot of questions and stuff like that. But he's pretty quiet. Like he's like the kid who sits in the back of the room kind of thing and observes everybody and everything. You know. And then some of the other characters, man, like they're just, I don't know. Like Eris seems pretty like,
I'll handle the big guy.
I don't know, man. She seems like a, not, I won't say generic, but like a lot of other characters you would kind of see, you know, where she's like a goody two shoes, and
Maybe I should
you know,
see if there's anything I can use to
she's very soft and feminine, and you know what I mean. I guess like warm energy to be around, kind of. Like Red 13 and Kate Sith, I don't know, man. They don't really have like any. I guess they didn't really give them a whole lot of like screen time just yet, in terms of like what their motivations are and stuff like that, man. But they just seem very like kind of like back of the room. You know what I mean? Like they take a back seat, kind of back burner characters. Like they don't really have like a whole lot of personality. So, but like in Legend of Dragoon, man, like I could tell you, like what each character and what their personalities were. You know what I mean? Like you could tell, like Dart, for example, right? He was very like, he was very, I guess you could say like a strong character where he was driven. Like he was a very driven person. You know what I mean? Like he would go and he would find out whatever was going on. You know, he was trying to solve this mystery and all this stuff, man. So he was like dead set driven on whatever he was trying to get done, right? You know, and that's how he was pretty much throughout the entire game. You know, Lavitz was a little bit more like conservative. You know, he was strong, but he was a conservative character, you know? He was kind of like, well, let me stand back and let me come up with a plan kind of thing before we make any crazy movements. But when he had it, you know, he would move. You know, he was like that kind of character. You know, Albert was more like, he was like an inquisitive kind of character, you know what I mean? He was very like, ask questions, and he was book smart, you know? So he would use like big terminology, like big words that nobody ever knew, like, especially at the time, you know? Like, what the fuck, what? He was into like reading books and learning and stuff like that. Like he was that kind of character, you know, but he was strong as hell. And you could tell that a lot of his character, a lot of his strength, I should say, like his strength as a character came from his relationship with Lavitz, you know, because Lavitz was a strong warrior, and they played off of each other, you know what I mean, because they had a close relationship. And then you had, who else was there? Rose. You know, Rose was very mysterious, you know. You don't know what her motivations are. You don't know anything about her, really. You know, she was very, like, to herself. She didn't really say anything, and she was almost, like, disrespectful, like, most of the time. You know what I mean? She was like, that's a stupid plan. And then she would turn her head or something like that, you know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like that type of thing. Well, who else was there? It was, Hatchel. Hatchel was, he was very like, he was kind of like that cool uncle, you know what I mean? Like he's that older guy who has all of this energy, man, but he was wise, you know, so whenever he saw something, or he was like able to kind of like see like small details about how people acted in the story and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So like he would pick up on things like that. You know, things that they would say, things that, like songs that he would hear, stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like he would hear things and he'd be like, that's interesting, you know, and he would kind of like bank it in the back of his head as, you know, some part of, you know, the person that he now understands and stuff like that. But most of the time he was very like playful and, you know, like that, like I said, like that cool uncle kind of guy, man. He didn't really take things too seriously. But you didn't want to like double cross him, man, because he was strong. You know what I mean? He would kick your ass if you did. But he was also very disciplined. Like he's a very disciplined character, man. So he had like a strict like regimen on how he did certain things. Um, so on and so forth. Uh, so he was kind of like rigid in some ways, and in some ways not. And Meru, she was very like spunky, I guess you can say. She was a spunky character, you know, very what's the word? Um, preppy, I guess. You know what I mean? She was very like almost narcissistic. You know, she really liked herself a lot, you know, and she figured like everybody else liked her almost as much as she liked her, you know what I mean? Like she was that kind of character. You know, and if somebody didn't like acknowledge, almost like if they didn't acknowledge, you know, her, you know, and give her the like the level of importance that she felt that she had, then she would kind of like kick back a little bit. Like, what do you mean? I'm the greatest, you know, stuff like that. They had I think they had a good set of characters. There were a couple other characters too, like Congo and Miranda and Shayna. They were the last few characters. Congo was very like, um, uh, how would you describe Congo? I don't even know how I would even describe him. I don't want to say primitive. He was kind of like he's kind of like one of those guys where he kind of like follows strength. You know what I mean? Like he didn't say much, and his ability to like communicate it was broken. You know what I mean? Like he didn't speak the language fluently. You know, but he would follow people who were strong. You know, and he viewed strength as like, I guess, as like an authority. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how he was, and there were some parts where that was like kind of emphasized. You know, it's like so strength was like the thing that he kind of followed, and let me see, Miranda, she was like, she's kind of like an asshole. You know what I mean? She was just a bitch. There's really no other way. And Shayna, she was very like she was kind of like Eris, kind of soft, you know, but she had like a strong spirit, you know what I mean? Like she wanted to go out and she wanted to do more and she wanted to get stronger, so she wouldn't be like a burden, almost, you know. And she always followed Dart, which Dart was very driven, you know, and he had a goal and he was like driven on his goal, and she would just follow him because he was like the dominant presence, you know what I mean? And she didn't want to like hinder him, you know, so she was always like constantly like trying to get stronger and stuff like that and become better. But she was a very like feminine kind of character, and you know, almost dependent. She was like a very dependent kind of character, but she tried to break out of it. But that's just how she is, you know. She's just a very dependent person, you know.
Maybe on PSA.
Right, yeah.
So, anyway, I say all of that long-winded bullshit to say that I think the characters have a little bit more personality in Legend of Dragoon that I can see, for sure.
What chat?
Private.
Hmm? What?
Oh, someone was asking what chat was I in?
Yeehaw. Whew. I do love the combat system here, though, man. It's actually really cool.
Jemiah wants to talk.
Nice. Yeehaw.
Your ass is yawning.
You just think I'm yawning? What does that mean?
I don't know if you're tired or not. I don't think you are that tired. Are you?
I mean, not too crazy tired. But I didn't want to stay on too long, man. Because I'm trying to, like...
I got work, too.
Yeah, I'm trying not to stay up too late, man. You know what I mean? I don't want to be staying up until 5 o'clock in the morning, you know what I'm saying?
I do not like that feeling. What's going on, Jemiah?
What's up, man? Oh, man. Alright, let me see what we got going on over there.
What happened?
Well, I can't hear what he said. Well, I didn't hear what you said. What'd you say, man?
You got sick eating a burger.
Oh, damn. What the fuck?
Here. I may be maimed, but I've still got a strong back.
You got syphilis?
After you.
Hey, you fought well back there.
I did not think we'd survive.
Oh, a reaction.
The rebels and the machine. It was good to take the fight to them for once. You really think this thing will do the job?
Oh, the snow is dampening sounds.
Damn.
Damn.
It's a fucking cat.
It did kind of sound like that, didn't it?
Here it is.
Damn.
Jeez.
You don't just need a cat.
You see, Ken? This is why you gotta take care of yourself, yo.
Coming right up.
Remember, eating spoiled pussy and shit.
Gotta blast away some rocks so I can experience the power cell. It's working!
Yeah,
Something
antibiotics
like
can cause nausea, for real.
It could have been that bad burger, yo. That shit was.
I already told you, he probably eating that spoiled pussy.
2 children playing Siege. I hope they haven't.
Yo, he ate that shit and made that sound from Returnal. Remember you get like that generic sound that happens?
And leave this poor mountain alone.
Wait, what sound?
Every time you get hit, it always like somebody busts out the side of the head.
Leave this.
He was eating
when
that
she
shit.
dies.
Yeah. No, it just makes that. It makes that. He was eating that shit. Jemiah was like, ah, what the fuck? They gotta hire somebody to do better set pieces in Horizon so people can fucking, yeah.
There's so much fun. Oh my god, that was.
It'd be about bash. Like she needs to do the Matrix and throw her legs up in the air and show her bacon strip.
That would be lit though. I mean, not gonna lie. Tell me that wouldn't be fire though.
Aloy needs to be in the thong.
Never. We will rebuild it.
She needs to have. She
Set
needs to.
pieces
Have, she
of the
needs
way of the
to.
future.
She needs to have like a. She needs to have like a. What do you call it? A sneaking mission
Own an army of
where
machines.
she has to infiltrate a place where she has to be
The only
naked and shit.
pathway to safety is to unite
She has to be
against
naked.
Regala
Oh
with
god.
your chief.
Hey, Aloy. Ah,
That
just
no
call me
challengers
Aloy.
will be sent, while the clan remains safe behind the bulwark. So send them now. Unless your
Yeah,
word
Jemiah was
is
hyped to go
enough.
see that movie, yo, and all of a sudden this happened.
Which movie?
Send them. I didn't hear
What was
you.
it again?
Send the challengers. I look forward to seeing the
Jemiah?
Sky Clan's colors in the arena.
D&D.
Which one? Oh, D&D. Oh yeah, I saw the trailers for it. I was gonna go watch
Nicely
it
done, Marshall.
when I had the chance.
What's gonna happen to this place?
They'll have to live without their wall. But that's better than living apart from the tribe, as pawns in Tekote's foolish schemes. If you want to check up on them, talk
I
to
wouldn't
Jera,
fucking doubt it, man.
chaplain of the clan.
How many medications are you on?
She'll know.
Yeah, maybe I will.
I'll take all of them.
Yeah, every time I talk to you, yo, you want another medication, yo.
I'll see you at the culvert.
From the way it sounds, man, sounds like you'd be popping like a couple pills a day.
We may need another miracle there as well.
Mm. That sucks, man. So I'm guessing you didn't go see the movie then,
Maybe I
right?
should go up there, see if everyone's all right, and find this chap. Garroth. Well, this would be a good idea to resupply before I head back out.
Fucking tender ass stomach, yeah. I know what that is. You can't even sit wrong. Yeah, so that shit had to fucking regroup and shit.
You, Outlander, come and trade.
You hear what he said, yo? He was like, damn, I can feel it in my stomach.
Nah, he sounds low, kind of. It's kind of hard to hear him. I tried
You-
turning it up a little bit. Hold on, let me see if I can turn him up. Oh, okay.
Yo, throwing up is one of the worst sensations ever, yo.
It is the worst feeling ever, bro.
It does, but
It
who the
does.
fuck want to get to that point? Actually, before I got into this chat, man, like, I don't know what the fuck I ate or drank, yo. My fucking stomach was fucked up, yo. Like, I had the BGs, but I really didn't. It's like okay now, but like, what the fuck is wrong? That's when that one time I had the fucking, what was it, in 2019, man. That shit was all the way fucked up, man. Ugh, that was terrible. Tahib.
Dolphus.
No, you can't tell me the way I move my feet. Yo, tell me why Chris Rice is as quiet as cat right now, yo.
It's time you changed your look.
Why are you gonna check
I don't
his
know.
Twitter?
No, somebody tagged him with the thing that I did earlier, yo.
Watch
He's
yourself.
not gonna reply to it, man. He's not gonna want that direct confrontation. Huh? No, I'm saying the confrontation. Because,
I haven't
yeah,
said anything to him in particular. Like, I mean, that was out of pocket.
no, but you know that the statement that you made was challenging his statement. So, you know, he's not gonna come in and say some shit about it, man. He's just gonna ignore it.
I mean, I thought that I thought he was so sure of himself with his disingenuous ass.
The Outlander has shown us. Let's join him.
My brother will make it.
Like I always say, like I mean, the game is going to basically run.
The
I mean, you
what?
have a certain amount of calculations to
Jenny's brother here went on to get
to
himself killed.
work with.
He'll finish the climb. I know it.
Not likely.
My brother Pento left to climb the March of the Ten to get his soldier's mark. They were supposed to be done by now, but he's not back yet.
Jekka, Lataka, to your training, now!
Your brother should have stuck to his cleaning duties.
Would you mind checking up on the march? If I leave, my squad leader will kick my ass. And I don't want anyone thinking I'm worried about my brother making the climb. Because I'm not.
I get it.
You can't
Yeah, I think
They're by the
can
waterfall west of you.
If I head that way, I'll see what's going on.
Thank you.
I'll see.
See,
Soldier!
I'm coming, I'm coming. Pento, you better stay safe.
Oh, that was her too. Wait, no, now she has a husband.
see, I'm kind of like torn, man, because there's a part of me that wants more people to see that kind of shit so we can avoid it or just get the message out, so people won't, you know, go down that same like ridiculous path. But at the same time, dude, like a lot of people are giving this chick a lot of attention, man, that I don't think she needs.
Hearing about?
You know?
Oh, so Riva won't let it
People.
rest.
That's all
She
people.
insists our comrade Farika flew on the wings of the Ten.
Yeah,
But I say,
yeah,
leave
it's
him out to his
crazy. That's a
combat for
lot
your
of
life
views,
is
man. Like
insane.
for some dumb shit. Like
To not
come
coordinate
on,
a
bro.
storm drift?
You know?
She went up in the air. But road is a strong word. Ha! You admit it.
You're talking about her like she's no longer around.
She's not.
I don't know. Maybe it's for satire, man. Maybe she knows how to elicit
Stormlord still
doo-doo,
struggles to peak.
certain
To the
emotions.
We never saw Farika again.
It's sad. What a way to go.
I'll say. A shame no one can reach that mountaintop. She was a great soldier with armor to match, and it serves no one lying up there.
I'm a pretty good climber.
No doubt.
You saw the one guy that he filmed the guy that was basically dead from being stabbed to death on TikTok,
I could jump off a
No.
cliff. My feet
and then they finally kind of they got at him like, what the fuck are you doing? Like he literally filmed himself, was like, yo, look at this, this is crazy, yo, he took all his blood everywhere. It's like such a the guy was already dead, like or whatever. Like somebody stabbed him to death or something like that. And it was like blood everywhere. They had to censor it. But I'm like, here's the thing, right? I got my video removed because I said that Aloy needed her pap smeared. But then you can show somebody getting stabbed to death. Okay.
The wandering
But I mean, unless it's them drag shows. Oh, and the girl, what's that girl named? Just Pearly Things or whatever. They was like, yo, she's a culture vulture. I was like, what culture?
I like her, man.
Yeah, but they saying that she's stealing from black people. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? What, stupidity?
Are you Chaplain Jera? Catello
The
said I
fuck?
should talk to you. Just
I don't understand this. Like, what?
Well, Waker, burying Dakota's tribe beneath the
She was under fire, man. Like the last few days, man.
Lionel told me because she said that they exaggerated slavery
Was right to send you to me.
for roots.
There's something you can help with.
Well, there was that, and the
Soldiers
and the
followed him to
dude
the
who
embassy at
came onto her
Fahrenheit
show not
against
too long ago.
Oh, you talking about what's the name? Mediocre tutorials.
Showed up last.
No, the other dude, the racist dude, the
Oh
white
yeah,
guy.
yeah. That all was the same like instance.
reassigned them
Yeah.
And I knew why I didn't like the mediocre tutorial dude. I fucking knew it.
He insisted that it would
He's just being fake.
claimed
He's being light skinned. That's all.
You would know, wouldn't you?
If, however, they
Shut
were
up.
to return by request of Hikaru's champion,
How did?
Dakota wouldn't have the backing to deny them, especially when their chaplain supports their
I
return.
mean, they still pop. He said tutorial. It still pops up on my feed from when I was being entertained with Kevin Samuels.
Kevin
Long stretch
Samuels.
to the west. The watchtower stands beside the falls. Speak to
But no, he goes on there. He was doing some shows with just pearly things. And then when she said that, he goes, and I guess he was under fire too by the black community.
Time to get active.
He don't do that anymore, thank God. With his puffy upper lip. I'm sick of looking at it. I wouldn't have paid attention. You keep licking it. What the fuck are you doing? Like, you got a whole manosphere channel. Whether you want to call it or not, you still associated with it, yo. You keep licking your lips in front of the camera and shit. Like, niggas is looking at you.
You never know, man.
He was like, I can't do anything with just pearly things because, she fucked up. I can't do anything with her. You know what I mean? And it hurts me to say that. I was like, you're not offended, man. It'd be always the yellowest niggas, yo, that try to be so pro-black, man. Yo, King, get your brother.
It's time to get active.
It's time to get active. I'm like, all right, nigga, all right.
My bad, man.
Why did cell travel into your stomach, yo? Get out of here. You too loud, you hurt my stomach. Yo, for real, you give a migraine, yo, your whole brain be glitched out, yo. It do be happening like that. I'm like, damn, this light is so bright, my ankle hurt. You can't take that thing for nausea, don't you have like a whole bunch of them from that time when you were taking the blood pressure medication? The nausea pills or whatever. Oh, yeah, you said that you were supposed to get it, but you never got it. Ken, I'm trying to tell you, yo, every time I watch this fucking videos, yo, I was like, man, I had to step back and think about why I was so irritated by this dude. And then I realized he was doing seductive shit.
My bad. I was trying to read the thing here. What were you saying?
What were you saying, Jemai?
The elite of the elite. They're holding it. They're hiding it.
We had a good conversation the other day about AI, yo. Were you there?
Me?
Oh, you listening? No. This was a shut up. You probably were throwing up somewhere. Where's that Kanye West song? You worried about the wrong things, the wrong things. Yo, so I'm trying to tell you, yo, this is what I want to tell Jemiah, right? Everybody always said that the storyline for Horizon was so ridiculous, right? It was so far-fetched. And now a whole bunch of crazy shit is coming out, such as immortality. They found a way to actually allow your body to repair DNA and reverse aging and shit like that. And now they're working on digital transcendence. So I was like, yo, that sounds familiar. And that's just like regular news. I was like, I don't want to hear it. My theory about society, I really do. This is what I was saying. I feel like they created an AI to basically solve the social issues that we have, and it's like making everybody like it's corralling everybody in a certain mindset. That's what I feel like is happening. Like, it's too many people with too many voices with the social media, and the people of power can't control that shit. So I feel like they made an AI. They'd be like, yo, how do you solve this issue? And that shit was like, yo, make everybody angry with each other, yo. That's my solution. I'll give you a step-by-step booklet. Wouldn't that be crazy, yo, if they did that shit, yo? Like, they literally was like, here's the first step, yo. Turn man and woman against each other.
This is the mountain where that demonic
The second step is turn races against each other. They won't have time to think about other shit.
The third step is let them be whatever they want. Turn men to women, women to men.
That shit start generating advertisements and scripts, like that chat bot, yo, and people are literally following in line with it.
Whip up a meal for anyone who needs it, Tanakh or not.
Thanks for letting me know.
Because how would you control everybody, millions and millions of people, make them feel like they have freedom, but really they don't?
Can you fell Regala as easily as the bulwark, Outlander? Can you fell Regala as easily as the
What?
bulwark, Outlander?
The character, man. He said, you fat piece of shit, get out of the way.
Oh, they talk like that?
Yeah, they do. It's like blanked out, you know, with the symbols, but yeah. You could tell what they're trying to say.
That's fatism. No, fatphobic. I can't say that no more.
He's got a vulgar tongue.
They finally let Andrew Tate out.
Yeah, I saw. He had that big ass beard.
Big ass beard, chewed up hair, and a big ass belly. Somebody like, yo, he got swole. No, he got fat. Somebody should hit him up with like, you're jiggling, baby. Go ahead, baby. I think I gotta go here. What is over here?
They probably opened this shit up while he was in there.
That's what I was well, he wasn't working out, but like I was sick for a whole fucking month, so then I got more cut. So I don't know, man. They were feeding him fat.
Maybe they were sabotaging him.
No. They're still running investigations. Yeah, so yeah, basically so you can shut the fuck up.
We actually talked about that, man, not too long ago, about pushing the boundaries of having basically free speech, you know, where people want to cancel you so much, man, that it really does get serious, man. They start taking away your freedoms, you know, and how scary it can be. you know, that your freedom could get taken away so easily just because of your perspective and your viewpoint and your willingness to, you know,
He's too influential, you know.
yeah.
With social media, anybody can become that way. I would imagine the government does not want that shit.
Probably not.
Okay?
They did. They made an example of him.
Like, nigga, you think that you innocent? Don't you know that we don't play fair? They already did that shit to Dave Chappelle, yo. They was like, nigga, you a crackhead. He was like, I never take crack in your life. You will. He was like, who's gonna fucking believe you, yo? You's a black, bald-headed, skinny-ass dude, yo. You look like a crackhead, yo. Everybody's gonna believe it. I was like, damn. Now people are saying that he's a clone. Like, there's some traits that you would have, but you ain't the same motherfucking person. You're not even the same person from day to day, yo. What the fuck? That clone's not gonna make the same fucking decisions that you did. Hey, where are you at? Oh, he's fucking... Yeah, they try to clone something that's like already decaying, man. Well, I forgot what that fucking lamb was. What was it called? Basically, when they cloned them, they cloned a 7-year-old fucking lamb or sheep. And so basically, that sheep, the cloned sheep, was like, it died way earlier than it was supposed to because basically the genetic material was 7 years old when they cloned it. So it had a premature death. Now, what they were saying about what do you call it? Genetic repair. It is possible, and if that's the case, if that's what's happening, that you can repair genetics, they can probably reverse it. Because every time the cell separates, it breaks apart a little bit by little bit. There's like proteins around these DNA strands that protects it, but like as it keeps splitting, that protein protection diminishes.
Dude got hit by a truck. What the fuck? I gotta save that.
I don't even know if I want to live like that long, man. Like live like 200 years.
See the world change that much?
It already changed in 3 years. More than what my lifetime was supposed to see.
Who knows, maybe it'll be enough time for the world to correct itself.
I mean, we were talking about AI and shit like that and how, like, you know, there was like AI won't become sentient, you know what I mean? Because it's not programmed to do it. It's just programmed to do what it's supposed to do. I was like, you really think that somebody's going to really, like, not try to, like, unshackle AI to see if it can learn, like, what could it do in a controlled setting? What would it actually do if you allowed it to, like, think for itself? What if they did that shit and the shit leaked? You know, it came out of its containment.
Yeah.
I was like, y'all motherfuckers is too smart to not know this shit, man. Come on, bros. I mean, look at that whole fucking gain of function research, man. Why are you giving viruses better, to be better equipped? Here we go. Final Fantasy coming out when? June?
June 22nd, baby.
Look at you. Foaming at the fucking mouth. What you say? Are you were? Yeah, but you don't got to give it better effects. They wild for that. Somebody was like, yo, they was like, in order for this shit to work, yo, we're going to have to unlock that shit to the general public and see how that shit looks. Oh yeah, Jemiah. Yo, I do suffer from vertigo sometimes. You just get these fucking dizzy spells. And you feel like you're about to throw up and you can't focus. That shit is ugly. You see about the what? You see about the what? My room is Africa right now. I love that shit. Yeah, you can tell you sick then. That shit's a fever. Probably like a slight fever. Enough to be like, so because it don't take much to really feel like shit when it. Wait, who's that?
Got you now. The Outlander. Target. Keep firing. She's on the move. Keep your eyes on. Target her.
Bitch. $97. Oh, I heard that over time, yo, people are getting actually colder.
That sounds pretty rough, man.
And on top of it, yo, you got the wrong you get the wrong thermometer, yo. You gotta get the other one. You know which one. It's the only way you can be accurate. You need to get the one that is multi-purpose. Yeah, that shit sound kind of like that sound like BS, yo. Like their reasoning. I mean, their reasoning for lying to her. He could have been like, yo, but I guess he was like, yo, my fucking. He never told her. He never told her about his brother.
You know what any other woman would do? Go find another dick.
Damn, dark. Not with that. Not without that ass.
Chloe's where it's at.
I know that basic ass Chloe, and she's transgender too.
You want her to be transgender.
She is. Is that a Tibetan? Is that a Tibetan ritual dagger in your pocket? Or you just happy to see me, motherfucker?
You just hating.
The king clapping like a damn seal. Oh my god, it's not a dick, it's a clit.
Maybe I'm just happy to see you. That's some good ass writing, man.
No, I've seen that shit in the Marvel movie. Sorry.
We got another hitter in here, man. I said we got another hater in here.
Yeah, king clapping like a seal. You couldn't believe it. Oh my god, it's so good!
It was, though.
I can't believe people fell for that shit, yo. They going better than that.
Wait. Slow down and explain.
Tay and I were heading south with supplies from Salt Lake when machines attacked. I left behind so I could get help from the Grove and ran straight into another machine. Thank the 10 you were here to help.
So your friend is still up the road, fighting machines?
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I'll bail her out if I can. You go on and get those reinforcements.
Will do. I'm in your debt.
Just say some crazy shit. You're good.
Yo, what did I say the views was again? For that video? Yeah, the Horizon one.
I'm about to kill my boy.
Fuck. I made that Horizon one, remember? No, the one I did today. What was the one? I mean, how much was it, Ken?
Yo, bro, they, what, the tweet?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I think it was like 6,000 last time you said something.
You got it all wrong. I think that shit was 6,000. You got 5,000 now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the video had like 5,000. All because, all because of, you know, I guess Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the. That's basically what it is, man. Me and Kim was talking. He was like, man, like somebody got to hold Nintendo to the fire, man. This shit's ridiculous. And it's not saying that the game is bad. It's just saying that, yo, I mean, they could just try the most minimalist of efforts and not be held accountable.
The other Tanoths should be somewhere up the road.
Are you still fucked up?
The supply sled. Is the supplies?
Every time I was telling my mom about my stomach hurting, yo, she used to get so annoyed with me. It was back when I was like 12. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know, my stomach doesn't feel right. Go poop! I'm not even fucking 4, yo. What the hell? Why you say it like that?
Damn, dude, it's
Looks
almost
like
3
the
o'clock in the
Tanoths
morning.
tried to salvage some supplies
Sheesh.
after getting attacked.
I'm about to get offline too.
Time flies.
Maybe they can lead me to the other sword.
I'm about to get the fuck on too after this battle.
I just want to save the freaking game real quick. I actually just died, man, and it set me back like an hour.
Did it really?
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot to save. That's cool, though.
Oh, you forgot. That's not how things are nowadays.
Tracks from the missing Tanoth.
Yeah.
You gotta do that shit manually.
Yeah, it doesn't auto-save.
Definitely looks like the other Tanoth.
That's why I'm like, I'll just keep saving profusely. I can't help myself. I'll be like, yo, just in case. I think that happened to me before once.
Hey, Vita sent me.
I was like, absolutely
By the
not,
10
man.
that Lump made it. I thought we were both finished. Let's clear out these machines. Shot of that.
What are you weak to? Oh, nothing that I got.
Bastard. I gotta kill this dude again, man.
This is the old Final Fantasy, right?
Yeah.
Picture in picture. Oh boy. Why are you dancing like that?
It looks ridiculous, man. This dude has a lot of health.
You're fighting like a fucking airplane?
Yeah. No, it's I have it sped up. Yeah, it doesn't normally play that quick.
What do you mean sped up?
Yeah, you can speed it up.
What was the purpose?
Just to make the encounters go by more quickly. And so you can move around faster.
Oh, you used to be a fan of this game? Sassy bitch. Sassy. I didn't know you was sussy right now.
Who?
Jemiah, he was being sassy.
Sassy. You see how they're blurring out the words?
I believe now they say zesty. Black girls that basically say that when guys act out of their element, yo, he being zesty.
I can keep going.
Oh shit. I can't use that. Are you in a boat for?
It's a plane. Yeah.
I didn't even know they had 3D shit like that. If I'm even past like these.
Yeah, freaking, huh? Yeah, that's fine. I did. I never finished it, though. Oh. I mean, save it. Yeah, see, I went over here. Got destroyed.
We've got incoming! Blazes! How are we going to take that thing down?
Attack! No time to lose!
Attack! You stubborn fool! You haven't let me down yet.
And then kick my ass over.
Almost done!
No, he's really fucking cancel on that shit.
I know, right?
You did it! I can't believe I'm alive.
I don't gotta worry about that shit no more. This shit gonna be hot.
Had you shown up, I would have been machine braced.
All I did was give your friend here a little time to come to the rescue.
Wait, is it battling for yourself or what is it doing?
That
No,
I
I'm
believe.
doing.
I hope some of your supplies are still usable.
Me too. Food's always scarce. The soldiers at the Grove need the rations. No way we can trek back north to Saltbite to get more.
The fucking
Get this one back on
poison,
our
yo.
scrape what's
Killing
left
my
of
ass.
our haul.
You're making me hungry. Thanks, Outlander. We won't forget what you did.
That was a missed opportunity. The music could have been like.